It was in Le Havre, France that I got my first taste of couscous, where my scene chief told myself and some shipmates we were going in search of couscous. Today I'm making my version of a Sicilian shrimp couscous, and I'm dedicating this episode to my scene chief and a man that I think of often and love like he was my own father, and loved by many, Senior Chief Stew Burner Bob Sieber. Hey, this one is for you, Stu. Shrimp and grits or couscous and shrimp? I think I'm going to go with couscous. I'm going to tell you why we're going to go with couscous. Because today's episode is a dedication to probably the person that was most influential in my naval career and my life, really. I think of this guy often, probably easily 2, 3, 4 times a week. I kind of modeled my leadership traits after this gentleman, and wow, I mean, like I said, I think about him a couple times a week, and he probably has impacted my life more than anybody that I know. This episode dedication goes out to Senior Chief Bob Sieber. And yes, I'm going to continue to call you Senior, even though I joined the Brotherhood and we're all supposed to call each other by our first name, but you're always going to be Senior to me. Probably everybody else that was in our division in S2 on Simon Lake. You are a Sea Daddy. A lot of people make fun of Sea Daddies or what have you, but I'll be the first to admit that yes, Senior Bob was my Sea Daddy, because he was there for me for many different things, professionally, personally. He is the epitome of what a leader is, or what a leader should be. And there's my dog again, ruining the shot, but oh well. Anyways, this is the guy that, he came to our division. It was a pretty rough division when I first got there. We had some pretty rough leadership, and he came in and from day one just said, "Hey, nobody's messing with my cooks other than me. We're going to work hard and we're going to play hard." And that's exactly what we did. We worked hard and we played hard. And when we played, we usually were over at his house, and his wife Anita would be making this huge meal, this huge Filipino meal for us. And what times? I mean, he took care of his people, and that's what I tried to do when I was a leader, when I became a leader, is to take care of my people, and I still do to this day. So anyways, this episode is all about you, Senior, and that's why we're doing couscous, because let me tell you what this guy did. He was famous for, when we would pull into a port, we didn't pull into many ports because our ship rarely got underway. If we went anywhere, we went to France. And when we pull into port, he'd say, "Mike, what do you guys do? What's your plans?" This is a guy that liked to keep his good cooks in line and making sure they weren't messing around, doing stupid sailor stuff on the beach. Beach is shore, for those people that didn't know, what the beach is to us. And before you could get out of your mouth what your plans were, he said, "We're going down and we're going to go get couscous." I said, "What the hell is couscous?" And he goes, "Oh, you'll see. It's really good stuff. It's got this. This is kind of like a Tunisian thing. It's a lot of couscous places in France, and we should be able to find couscous here somewhere." So he'd grab myself, a few other cooks, and he would basically plan our day around what he wanted to do and make sure that we weren't running with the rest of the sailors doing sailor sort of things. So I remember walking the streets of Le Havre, France, myself, the Senior, a few others, Dina Decker out there, Dina Dunbat at the time, Chris Platt, Kevin Kowinski, and we were just walking the streets, and he was asking all sorts of French people, "Couscous, where's the couscous?" And we're like, what the heck oh my God, this guy is just like zeroed in on couscous. And this better be some good stuff. So finally this guy pointed us down to this alley, and we went down to this restaurant, and we opened the doors, and it was like this huge tent. It was like you were back in Tunisia or something. And you sat down on pillows around this table and they brought out couscous. And wow, I found out what couscous was and I loved it. So we're going to do couscous today. And what is couscous? Couscous is it's actually a pasta. It's a really tiny granular pasta. It's so simple to cook and you can put so many different things on it. I'm going to kind of do an Italian version today where I'm going to make some shrimp couscous. And believe it or not, when I got to Sicily, I found out that couscous was very popular in Sicily because its proximity to northern Africa. There was a lot of northern African influence in Sicilian culture and food, and they serve a lot of couscous in Sicily. So I was like, I was in heaven. I had the best of couscous world, and I had the best of Italian cuisine. And geez, if you're a cook, I mean, you're in cook heaven if you're in Sicily. So anyways, that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get some ingredients set up here, and then we'll show you what we're going to put into this dish, and we'll take it from there. So we'll be right back for couscous. So for this dish, we're going to need 1.5 cups of couscous, 1.5 cups of chicken stock, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 cloves of minced garlic, 1/3 cup of chopped fennel, 1 small onion chopped, some turmeric, about 1/2 cup of cherry tomatoes, 1 pound of peeled and veined shrimp, salt and pepper to taste, and some chopped fennel leaves. There you have it. So to get this dish started, we're going to add our stock to our pan and bring it to a boil. Once we've reached a boil, we're going to go ahead and add our couscous, and then we're going to cover and let set for about 5 minutes. So let's bring this up to a boil. And just before it gets to a boil, we're going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. And it's usually for a little bit of color and a little bit of flavor. And now the stock has reached a boil, we're adding in our couscous, giving it a little stir, and we'll go ahead and put the cover on it and set it to this side. Now let's bring on our saute pan, and we'll start getting our other ingredients ready for our shrimp couscous. First of all, what we're going to do is add some butter into the pan, get that melted. We're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I forgot to mention that in the ingredients. So there's the butter, and here goes our 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we'll heat this up. And after we add the olive oil and get this heated, we're going to go ahead and drop in our minced garlic, our fennel, and our onions. So in goes our garlic. Next is our chopped onion. And next is our chopped fennel. Now we're going to saute this until the onions are translucent. So we'll give this a stir. So I've taken my grape tomatoes and I've cut them in half, and they're going to go into the pan next. So we're looking pretty good here. We're almost ready to put our tomatoes in. So in the pan the tomatoes go, we're going to saute these for about a minute, minute and a half. Next up, I'm going to add a pinch of salt and pepper just to taste. Give this a little stir. And next up, I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of our chopped fresh fennel leaves. And we'll give this a stir, and we'll continue to saute until the tomatoes cook down just a bit. Now what I also failed to mention in my ingredients was white wine. So I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of white wine to this mixture, and I'll let it reduce down a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and get our shrimp in here. We're basically just going to poach our shrimp in our wine and vegetable mixture. So in go our shrimp. We'll give those a toss around a little bit to spread them out, and we'll go ahead and put the cover on top of this, and we'll let this poach for about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm also going to add another pinch of salt and pepper to taste. If you could smell this right now, oh my God, this is smelling good. So let's get the top on this, and then we'll let it poach for about, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes. So it's been about 2 minutes. Let's get the top off. I'll give it a little stir. It's looking really good. Got some nice juices going down in here. Smelling good. We're just about there. Okay, so it's been about 3.5 minutes. We're just about done. And so let's get this off the heat, and we'll give it a taste. So our couscous is sat for 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and fluff this up a little bit. And we're ready for plating. And this is smelling really, really good. And wow, I can't wait to get a little couscous on the plate there. No worries. So let's get this plated up. So on the plate goes the couscous. It's looking really good. Cooked just about perfectly. Now it is perfect. Yep, it's looking good. Now let's get some of this shrimp on here. Get this thing wrapped up. Holy smokes. If you could smell this, I mean really, if you could smell this, you'd be dying right about now. Yep, it's good. Yep, got one over there to the top there. Let's get this back over here. Messy. Let's get some more on here. Yep, another one getting loose. Come on now, steady the hands here. I know you're excited. Come on, reel it in there, brother. Reel it in. Ooh, this juice. Now we gotta get the juice on top of here, and that couscous is just gonna absorb that liquid, and it's gonna add more flavor. Let's get that runaway shrimp over where it belongs here. There we go. Looking better. And a little bit of the fennel on top, fennel leaves on top for a little garnish. So you see how easy it is and how fast it is to make this awesome meal. It's incredible how quick it goes. The couscous, like I said, you add the stock to it, let it sit for 5 minutes, and you've got great couscous. So one last thing to do now is to try this fantastic looking dish here, and let's go in. Got a little bit of tomato, a little couscous, and the shrimp. Yo, couscous, North Africa, me Sicily, and Senior Bob, that little wander around we did through the streets of Le Havre. There you go. Here today, we're back downtown Le Havre. We're not in a bar drinking. We're not getting stupid. We're not breaking up the town. We're eating couscous. And I'm still thinking about you every day. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly, share. And I mean, the aroma's coming off. This is crazy. So anyways, so until next time, see ya and thank you.